Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have my 4th online battle in Dawn of War 3. And this time I am again bringing the Space Marines because I love them so much, and I'm going to be facing off against the Eldar. We'll turn off Fog of War here and we can swap over. You can see he does have the shields on the Dire Avengers, improved plasma grenades for the Dire Avengers, and this is a nice synchronization with Kyre. I believe Autok Kyre here does actually drop plasma grenades, and he gives the Dire Avengers more charges of plasma grenades. I like the synergy here, really getting that early game push with his with these guys, and then kind of a late game unit in this Wraith Knight. And you can see he does have the deployable energy shields that the Bone Singers can deploy. If we hop back over to me, you can see I do have slow death. So the flamer ability, I was expecting a lot of howling banshees. So I brought these guys just to give my tactical marines a little bit of a fighting chance in the melee. I do have invigorating slam with the dreadnoughts, so it gives them a shield and just keeps them alive longer. And my Gabriel Angelos does have a I think a lot of these guys have elite doctrines that also buff the dreadnoughts. So like the assault terminators give them a charge, and Gabriel Angelos gives them a bubble around. So like Gabriel's W, which creates a bubble around him that knocks back and blocks shots. You'll see that with the dreadnoughts if I get them out. And you can see here I do have Tip of the Spear, so letting my units reinforce at these different points. And that's important, especially on this map, because you're going to be running around everywhere between these three kind of paths, and you're not always going to be near your barracks, so it can be very difficult to reinforce your squads otherwise. So we'll get started. You can see I'm just going to, of course, rush right to the 3 requisition spot. The 2 requisition, 1 energy is kind of the best early game spot. I'm going to be spawning a tactical marine, and I'm also going to be getting one in this drop pod. You can see over here, that's a very typical way to start. You can see I'm slightly ahead of my opponent here. His Bone Swinger is just starting to come out, and here come some Dire Avengers. Very quick, terrifying unit here. Servitor deployed, and then I get another one because I'm loading my second marine into this orbital relay. It allows me to get my second servitor out really quick, which is very important in this map. And I'm going to run straight here, try and get this set up, and then later try and expand down here. You can see he also is doing this. He now has his point. His Dire Avengers are just like me, coming up here to scout this spot. Here come my first tactical marines, and you can see I'm saving up some money here just so I can start building a listening post immediately right when it's available. So there you can see, because I didn't buy anything else or buy some scouts, I was able to increase that. I do have a barracks being built here, just a little bit forward, so I can come back, potentially reinforce, get some assault marines out. It's very important against the Eldar to try and trap them. Make sure they can't just skirmish you to death. You can see building some requisition points, also building some power generators, because I really needed a power generator early, because I needed power for buying flamers for all my tactical marines. And it doesn't cost very much, so even 1 or 2 power generators would be able to get me enough to do that on a pretty regular basis. So, yeah. You can see here he is. I love this push early with the Dire Avengers. You have a ton of them. They're cheaper than tactical marines. You can see he split up his forces pretty well. And I scout down here with my servitor, try and get this, but I am getting shot. You can see my servitor over here as well. And immediately I'm going to go run and contest that. I can't let him get a foothold there. And you can see this other Dire Avenger posturing up to deciding where it wants to go. And I do have a pretty decisive advantage here with the deploy drop pod. and I also have the Plant the Standard. So both these things grant shield. So if I drop a Tactical Marine in a drop pod, that is shields for them. And you can see here, I drop my drop pod, then I drop my banner. So I'm just really trying to get these guys. And I know he's not going to stick around at that point, so I'm pretty confident that this standard will stick around. And there you can see now my Tactical Marines have shields, and now I'm taking this point. I didn't think there's any use of really chasing these guys. I know that you can get a lot of Dire Avengers out really early. But I do have this listening post, and I do have shields here. So I was feeling pretty confident. And I should be running somebody over here to build another listening post pretty soon. You can see I'm going to run up here through the middle. Can't buy the Flamer until I get the Arsenal. So that is something that is slowing me down. I think it's 150 and 50 to get that Arsenal. And I really need to get that. But my first priority here was Assault Marines. Needed something to buff up my poor my poor Tactical Marines, and give them a chance against like Howling Banshees and in this case the mass Dire Avengers. Here you can see I do have Kill Team Iron Maw, but he does have this Striking Scorpions, and so since neither of us, I guess, well, only he has the elite point generated at this point, but we're both gonna get our heroes down. I'm gonna come in here, poke, see his massive force coming, and run on out of there. Trying to bait him into a fight here with my listening post. You can see I really should have deployed in the smoke, but he's gonna think better of this and run down and away. I was really hoping for like a decisive engagement there with my Vortex Grenade, and then maybe a jump with the Assault Marines. But it doesn't quite happen yet. You can see they are going to push down here, but I do have a listening post and a servitor, so that is kind of a benefit. He probably could have taken it, but he did see me kind of pushing up this way, so not the best. And I'm just gonna be nervous about this. I don't know where he is, and I do know he does have the Striking Scorpion. So, but of course here, the critical point, I do have my Arsenal, and you can hopefully I'll be. Yeah, you can see already buying one Flamer. Trying to get that going ASAP. And I'm just trying to scout, seeing if he's built listening posts at all these places, and he hasn't, or he has. So I don't really have the firepower here to. Well, I have firepower, but sorry, that was a horrible joke. I don't have like rockets on these guys to help take that out quickly, so we're just going to kind of posture here for a little bit. You can see more Assault Marines coming up, which is going to be very helpful. And my drop pod is slowly coming back into play. And I kind of have a nice forward area here. There you can see finally building that elite point. And I have some stuff back here. I think I'm going to come up here and actually just build a listening post maybe. Yeah, just because I didn't want to get harassed late game by some quick units. Here looks like he's destroying this so he can drop this gate. I guess that's good as an Eldar player to like have more options. But he's gonna be coming through here. You can see my force over here. This Vortex Grenade is just such a great combo here with this Flamer, because the Eldar are pretty fast. They can run away unless they're Vortex Grenaded. And so you can see here he's going to make a cheeky push on my power generator. He has a ton of troops here, so this is not looking too good. But he does actually shoot my barracks, which is not a bad choice. That's 200 gold. And much more killable than a powered shield generator early game. And so but I'm going to come up here behind him. This is a very critical jump point. He sees me finally. I'm going to Vortex Grenade. Now they're slowed. And then I'm going to run up here and slow death these guys. And oh my god, just look at these Dire Avengers die in droves. Just and you can see him trying to pull out of there, and he just had no chance. Oh man, the Flamer is just so good against the Eldar. So he does have some Dire Avengers here that I missed. Definitely sloppy of me not to check that shadow. But just that vortex grenade made that flamer. Because the flamer has a short range compared to the vortex grenade, so when they see you coming, they can pull out. But with the vortex grenade, they can't because they're just so slowed. So of course here I'm going to use my advantage. I'm going to drop my shield here, just try and buff up my troops, make sure they don't take any damage that they don't need to take. There, you can now, we all have shields, which is perfect. I'm going to bring a servitor over here. I think I'm going to leave a assault marine, and I'm going to go try and push a little bit further in. See these guys taking it. Dire Avenger's still over here. I think both me and my opponent forgot about that. You can see I am upgrading this third point over here to give me some extra power, and that is very helpful. And I don't have any points over here, but I was just so worried about this fight. So here you can see, again, I'm going to flamer these guys, and they're just going to go down, stuck against the side of this. They weren't able to get out. This is like infuriating. I don't know how to attack click, but they just always keep going to this one. Obviously the tower is the threat. I don't understand why the AI would automatically path here, but I guess they do. And you can see I do have a attack marine in a drop squad, in a drop pod. You can see constantly just trying to get these guys to flip over. And it's making me take a ton of damage from this tower when I really shouldn't have. You can see I do... why I put attack marine in this drop pod is I don't have a barracks anymore. And it's sloppy that I don't have another one being made. Here you can see he doesn't pop some Dire Avengers out. But I've done a critical blow to his economy at this point. I've taken out 1 point, 2 points. I really don't have anything over here, so I guess technically we're approximately equal. I think I have the center point. But just I took out so many Dire Avenger squads with that flame gun that it's gonna be hard for him to come back here. Here you can see I sent some assault marines over. And I'm reinforcing this spot. Still haven't reinforced this one. I think I should be soon. Taking this down. I need to push up here, potentially take out this shield generator. But I do have a decent amount of hit point damage here. So once I'm just going to wait for this listening post to be up, and then since I can reinforce my squads here, heal Death Watch. You can see I'm not very far away from Gabriel Angelos. So over here you can see I do have Attack Marine duking it out with this Banshee, or these Dire Avengers. And they are just, you can see when you're not in line of that Flamer, it does almost nothing. So thank God I had Gabriel Angelos here, or I would have lost all these guys. But he's going to come over here, kick these guys in the face, and move on. You can see I am building a elite point generator over here. I really want to get these assault terminators in. That would be the killing blow if I could get both of these elite point generators. You can see he does. Here come the striking scorpions. Here come the Dire Avengers, howling banshees. He knows if he lets me keep all this stuff for free, essentially, that's game over. So he has to be pushing out constantly, harassing, at least affecting my micro in some way, or my attention, because if he just lets me sit here and build, it's over. Here you can see I am building a listening post, and very nice steel here. So like I would have been able to set this up easy if it wasn't for him. So I cancel my elite point, get that money back, and then my listening post I do lose at 200. But here comes slow-mo flamer combo yet again, and there's just, if you let it get off, there's really not much you can do. Gabriel Angelos is in there as well, so it's just devastating. And if we flop over here, you can see he just got 5, whereas I got 4. So that difference between Kyre and Gabriel Angelos completely flipped that fight. If he had had Kyre in that fight, if Kyre had been 4 rather than 5, it would have been definitely a more even fight. He would have had a chance. In that engagement there, with me coming through this stealth field, there really wasn't anything he could do. You can see over here, just definitely sloppy play. Not having these guys up yet, definitely a mistake. You can see some decent amount of money building in my tank, essentially. You can see I should be spending this on upgrades. I should be building a new barracks. I think I actually am doing that here soon. Or I should be. And now I'm attacking this assault generator. Oh, that's what I did. I upgraded this. So I'm trying to get that machine colt out. Holy Standard is available. Gabriel Angelos really should be in there swinging, but here comes Atak Kyer. I think he's just such a cool unit. Here comes a ton of damage with these spinning blades. Eldritch Wind, I had never encountered this before. So, especially my two flamers were kind of my two most important units. Took a ton of damage. So I just decided to fall back. I wasn't going to push here when I didn't need to. What else does he have? He Sky Leap. Leaps in the air, starts flying, he becomes a skimmer. Okay, so he can pass over terrain, but he can't attack. And then they can push people back towards you, I guess, to then drop bombs on them, or something. I feel like he drops plasma grenades or something. But so you can see, again, just scouting around with my assault marines because I know they can get out of places. And he's no longer near his tower. So I'm pretty confident coming in here. I jump in here, scatter him. You can see, again, the slow. I think I'm shooting in some flamers. And man, the flamers just devastate the Eldar. So I'm stunning this guy, hitting him with everything I've got. But he's quick, and he can turn into a Sky Skimmer, which you're going to see here pretty soon. And he's going to run away. Oh, and there you can see he can drop plasma grenades on you, which is pretty scary. But I do get some good damage there, and now I have the initiative here. I can come in here. You can see I'm getting a Deathstorm drop pod because I know I'm going to be pushing on this tower here soon, and that is a great kind of final fight that I need to win. So a Deathstorm is a great choice, and I also have my Tactical Marines. And now you can see my Tier 2, it targets units in a circle around it and does extra damage. So hopefully I'll be using that. I'm going to fall back, reinforce for this final push. And you can see I do have a barracks out. I do have some TAC Marines in the back. I'm building here, yes, my machine colt. And I'm going to try and take advantage of my huge power reserve here to start pushing out some dreadnoughts. Just such a powerful unit. And here you can see I am spending a lot of my resources, though, on replenishing these guys. You can see here, he's building up. Got his striking scorpions. You can see Kyer here. Such a cool model.
We've completed an upgrade.
And I like that this guy's still in the fight here. A lot of people would have quit by now. But you can see, me being sloppy, I'm not really taking advantage of a lot of these resource points that I have. The wheat power generator and stuff like that. Not being used. So here you can see my TAC Marines coming up. I'm waiting on my two dreadnoughts that I have now in queue. My Deathstorm for this final push. And he's going to push out again. Just trying to do what he can. A little premature here with that standard drop, but I just decided, okay, well, he came out. I really need to take advantage of this, so I'm going to push. You can see I have some dreadnoughts coming in, my TAC Marines in the back waiting in reserve. Gabriel just like going crunk in the back line, going to flamer these poor Dire Avengers. And you can see my forces nice and spread out. They can't all be hit by this guy. I do need to move them up. Now the Deathstorm gonna get in here and just gun these guys down. You see that incredible damage it's doing? Killed Kyer, killed this guy. Oh man, so good. And you can see I'm spreading out. I think this is gonna put my guys in stasis. Stasis means I think that you can't be attacked, but you also can't do anything. So now you can see dreadnoughts coming up, and this is pretty much game at this point. Gabriel in the front lines. You can see he's pumping out more units, some Rangers. I still have my Deathstorm, and that's going to be that for this one. So very quick one. You saw the devastating work of the Flamers. It was really that initial engagement where he pushed up and I came up behind him. really, I think, won me that match. And at this point, you can see my huge amount of money. Dreadnoughts coming in. Really, probably nothing you could do about that one. You can see 3 flamer units, so just not one is ideal, because then it can't just be randomly killed. Units die so fast in this game that you really need to keep those guys alive. But you can see how that early destruction of the barracks did hurt me a lot, because I wasn't able to get out more of these assault squads, which is very important when fighting the Eldar. So that is the risk of kind of forward deploying your stuff. So we're going to leave this game here. And the benefit of finishing those games early is that one of the big ways to come back in Dawn of War 3 is that tier 3 elite point spell. So the usually they have like a end screen where you can like watch the kills or whatever. But one of the big things that like enables comebacks is the tier 3 super barrage, whatever, the Eldritch Storm for the Eldar and the orbital bombardment for the Space Marines. So ending those games early really is the way that you can ensure that you win, because in the early game they do get extra points back when they lose units, but that goes away in the late game. But they then do get those super high tier super weapons essentially. And so I definitely think that there is potential to come back in this game, but at that point with the tower almost dead, that was just definitely a great game to my opponent. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and that's that.